But those lies continue, Charlie, certainly with his military service. Basically, it was back in 2005 on April 1st that he was told that he was to deploy to Iraq. He was the highest commissioned ranking officer at that point in his unit, and he was given the title of Command Sergeant Major. But it was about 6 weeks after that that he said, nope, I'm not going to do this. I'm quitting the military. And this is when he ran for Congress. So I spoke at great length to the man who took his place, who eventually became Command Sergeant Major Tom Behrens is his name, a farmer in Minnesota who took his place. But there was this feeling among his unit that, why would you do this to us? They had known him for quite some time. Not only that, but he then takes that Command Sergeant Major title that they gave him only to deploy. That was, part of the promotion, certainly. And he was using it in his run for Congress and basically used it up until just a couple of years ago, until many of these men came forward in much of our reporting to call him out for it. But this was a story they tried, stolen valor seems to be newsworthy. That's for sure. But these guys tried to get the attention of our local media in Minnesota. They all agreed, hey, this is a good story, but we're not going to cover it.
In 2005, a warning order went out to the 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery to mobilize for a mission to Iraq. At the time, Walz served as the unit's highest non-commissioned officer, but months later, Walz would retire from the Guard, avoid the deployment, and run for Congress. Tom Behrens was next in line for the position and was asked to take his place.
I was like, well, for Pete's sake, if this guy quit, and if I say I'm not going to do it, what the hell kind of leadership is that? If a company would say that we're going to deploy to Iraq or somewhere and you're going to be gone for whatever amount of time, and then a foreman just says, no, I'm not going. What does that say to the 500 people that work in that factory?
Behrens would go on to serve in Iraq on a nearly 2-year deployment as a Command Sergeant Major. All while Walz began using that title as a congressman. Behrens says he first contacted Walz with his concerns, sending these letters to Washington. They all went unanswered.